Hello everyone and welcome back to the Edain Mod. And today we are doing the Imladris guide. And we're doing it against the Misty Mountains. And now I know I said in either a video or a stream I was probably not going to fight Misty Mountains until they fixed the problems with their expansion, basically. But we'll get into that as we get into the game. But Imladris, I think, is my best faction overall for fighting Misty Mountains, and I actually want to test in a video if they are no longer bugged. So we're going to see. So what the bug was before is some of their like if they had a gundabad expansion, if you destroyed it all, the main plots, the side plots even that were like their barracks and stuff wouldn't get destroyed. They would still exist and they could still build from them. Probably wasn't a thing for the player, but it definitely happened with the AI. And it could also build Goblin Town out of the map. So that was a problem. But there's two reasons I'm choosing this map. One, there's loads of space around their fortress. Around where their fortress building begins. On the maps I've been testing it on, the fortress is right in the corner. Right stuck in the corner. But with this map, at least on their side, they've got a lot of space. Which could be really bad for us, could be really good for us, we'll find out. But we are going to start with the breeze on Monway. And I'm actually going to send these guys over here and ignore them for now. We'll have the blade masses that are coming deal with that. Because, yeah, I just want the economy to start with. We don't want to fall behind on economy. With Misty Mountains, they are a danger in the early game. They're even more of a danger in the late game because of how fast they can expand, because of how much they expand. They remain a constant threat for the entirety of the game. But I'm going to deal with that. So, what makes Imladris so effective against Misty Mountains? Well, firstly, their starting unit was made Blade Masters, so they can just cut through spam infantry like a knife through hot butter. And the best thing about Misty Mountains, unlike Mordor, surprisingly, Mordor's actually really difficult to deal with as in Imladris, is that they don't really buff their units much. They can give them armor and such. That's more of a late game thing. Early game, they have no way of buffing their units. Okay, make sure you deal with them. That elf unit is about to die. Try and stop it from dying. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, 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 dear. Get out. Get out, get out. You go in. You get out, please. Okay, let's fall back all together. This is not going well. Okay, we got Miravor. We've saved the elf, and we got a friend to join us. Let's save up next for the library. Oh, another reason I chose the Red Horn Pass for this map. Again, okay, going for over a lot of stuff. The reason I chose the Red Horn Pass over any other map is because of the fact that the only outpost they could get is right in the center of the map or far off away from the base. They have no early access to a fortress, to an outpost. So they're not going to get fissures very easily. Which means no mountain giants, so we can just go full Blade Master against them. Okay, that drum has got to go because it is giving them massive damage. I said they don't get many buffs. They don't. Not like Mordor does, because they also give debuffs to everyone. Okay, that's Thimble. Make sure he dies, or whoever the hell his name is. I actually want to fall back. Not got good damage against him because he's a hero who is also mounted. Oh, would you? There we go, he's gone. Okay, they've got the Great Gobbo. Okay, no, he's faster than us. He's faster than us. He's faster than us, and he's killing us. These pilots should deal with him. These Gobbos got very aggressive very quickly. But that's fine. We've killed off 2 of their heroes now. One was the scout hero, true. But we did also kill off the Great Gobbo. You're dying. You're dying very badly. Fall back. Oh, this is not a good start. Oh dear, 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 dear. Yeah, that archer spam has been screwing me over good. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm going to get a Pavilion of Tranquility because we are sat in our base doing not much. Oh, the camera. No, don't do that to the camera. The camera didn't deserve that. It didn't deserve that to happen to the camera. Okay, let's actually leave the fully healed Blade Master unit to deal with these guys. You can deal with them fine. The rest of these elves need to stand together, get mirror-vored, and then go in. Don't let them take any more. They shall find no quarter. Let's start getting our upgrades as well. So otherwise we will fall behind. Agricultural studies could be a good idea if we weren't constantly dealing with troubles everywhere, so maybe not. That is a Bolg. And that's got to go. That's got to go now, otherwise we're going to get a lot of free units. Please kill the archers. Forget about the units that are in the base. They're irrelevant. I could get the Journey to Valinor, but I want to get the aid from the Shire. They're really good against Gobbos. Oh no, a unit got stuck, a unit got stuck, a unit got stuck. There's Bolg. Oh no, 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 no. Get back in there. Get rid of those archers. The archers are the biggest problem because they do massive damage to our units because every one of them is hitting something, while their infantry is not. And we've almost killed Bolg after he has been fed a lot. Okay, Bolg is dead. Don't feed yourselves into the base. That's a bad idea. Kill their archers. They're the only threat they currently possess. And I hope it stays that way. We never know the Gobbos. Okay, the Great Goblin is back. Do we have any pikes? We do not. I want some pikes. I've still got no upgrades for our economy. That is very bad. Blow them all away for a second. Get the first upgrade to our blacksmiths. Okay, the Great Goblin is down. Okay, they've now got Scavenger. But we've got hobbits. I'm going to use the hobbits to get rid of that drum in the back. Okay, now I know they're going to bring back the Great Goblin. That other Panther unit should be important. And be kept alive. Those hobbits just got eaten for breakfast. What? What? I mean, I know they're getting buffed by the drum, but come on. Even I can't say I was expecting that. No, we're still fine. Let's not use Mirror-Void until we're in danger. The hunter just died again. Feeding us, that's good. No scholars. Scholars are terrible. Terrible idea. Get rid of the drum first. Come on, our units are getting glitched on stuff. Not liking it. Not liking it at all. Get rid of that drum. No more damage for you.
The enemy approaches.
Okay, we're surviving. We're not thriving, we're surviving. There's a big difference, and it's not a good difference. Because those drums are making their units so much faster, they're actually getting, not trample damage, but they're getting big damage against us. I don't like it. Okay, upgrade the blacksmiths again. Okay, the goblins aren't going to suffice for long now. We're beating them back. But we can't lose any more units. We've suffered too many casualties. If we're going to lose anyone, we need to do it on our terms, not theirs. I should probably prepare to get Edain and Elro here. Or archers, because, you know, Smaug is a thing that we need to be aware of. That they will make. I want to push away those drums, but they're too. Right now, the goblins are too unpredictable. We are now stuck in our base, and unfortunately, that is how it would happen with every faction. But with Imladris, this is actually fine. With the pavilion, we're getting extra damage and armor. Our units are incredibly strong at this point, while their units get killed by one arrow from our towers. And as soon as I actually purchase some armor, which with the blacksmithing studies will get even more advanced stuff, you have nothing to worry about. The hunter just shows up and dies like a bitch. Okay, they're starting to get wargs. That means they need to start worrying about gundabad units. There we go. They've hit that phase. But again, they haven't taken the outpost. So guess what they've not got? The one unit I am afraid of. If they've not got the one unit I am afraid of, then I have nothing to fear. That means we've got an easy win ahead of us. Let's fall back because the Great Gobbo is on his way. Make sure our pike unit's up front. Let's have a little walk up. Oh, he didn't fall for it. He didn't fall for it, and I might lose this pike unit now because of it. Get a pantry. Make sure we use the pavilion's effect before we bother with Mirror, because it saves us a lot of money. It saves us the use of that power, which we currently have only the base version of. If we get our agricultural studies up, we'll get a more upgraded version, which does more damage. Get rid of that drum, because while they're still standing in it, they're gaining extra damage. We don't want that. Okay, now we're doing stuff. Now we're making moves. Our units are all very high level. Our next thing, we could start getting upgrades to our military might instead of just our economy. I did get a pantry, so we'll soon be able to get more units too. I don't want them having this lair though. This is not just a building they have that gives them resources, it also gives them units. I want them to have nothing. Take from them everything, give them nothing. We can almost get Tom Bombadil. That is going to be a big move right there. Getting old Bombadillo. That's what we want to see. Use a quick blessing to scare them away. Start building the Hobbit farm. And look at that movement. Jesus Christ, there's so many. I'm going to block them all off. Get out of there. Perfect disengage. And I'm going to lead them a Tom Bombadil. Because they are fast, my god. Look at that clump. Watch it disappear. Now we're fighting back at the base. We're in good form. Against other factions, I'd say we wouldn't have so much of a problem. But the main reason I did this was not so much to say the Misty Mountains is the easiest faction to play against. I'm saying as as Imladris, I can beat the Misty Mountains. I don't think I can really do this with many other factions. Gondor, I can manage with. Rohan, I would struggle, because their peasants are just no way as sufficient enough. What they've actually know how to make... Oh, they made a troll. That's not as bad. I thought they knew how to use the Great Beasts. Now that would have been terrifying. Those Great Beasts are a pain. Okay, note to self. Sonic's song does not work well on cavalry units. Now just punching them when you're not actually punching them. You're punching near a hobbit. But punching them in the face, that really works. That does work well. Don't let them take the building back. Don't let them take it back. This is my building. I have a lot of resources and I'm not afraid to use them. I don't know how they managed to make that when I was standing right there, but I'm not going to say anything about it. I ain't going to complain. I am perfectly fine. We're in a very good spot right now. We're going to get another unit of pikes. We lost something, I think. Yeah, we're down another unit. We lost our other pike units. I'm going to get another pike on top of a pike unit. Pikes upon pikes, my friends. Pikes upon pikes. Let's get rid of those drums. Some hobbits to help. Just have them specifically destroy the drums, while the elves deal with everything else. There's another drum that's just come up. Knock them down. Destroy those drums. That way they lose all their power. Without the drums, they have no power. They lose all their momentum that way. That's one thing we don't want them having is momentum. Take that away from them and they don't have any advantage over us. I'm not saying we could stand up and fight them still. They would ruin us. But it does mean I can show my face in public and not get embarrassed. Oh. I can show my face in public if we're fighting back. Make sure we get the forge blades as well. The arrows I'm not a big fan of getting straight away, just because I hardly ever get archers. As in Imladris, the melee build is far more efficient. Pure melee is far more efficient. But when Smaug comes out, we either need to have some pikes, have some archers, or we need to still be sat in the base and he just dies to our towers. One of those things has to happen. I want it to be the latter. But if necessary, I will make it the former. This unit of pikes is getting absolutely ravished. Let's have them sit back and heal for a bit. I've got all our other units get armor. So they can fight on more equal ground. The light of the even star does not wax and wane. Mine to give to whom I will. Speaking of, I'm going to get the influence of the evening star next. So when I start getting more heroes, they will actually get fast experience because I have Arwen, and Arwen is already high level. But I'm not going to use this power because unfortunately copyright. Sadly, that is how the world goes. If it's copyright, you can't use it. Unless you want to pay a substantial fine, that is. I personally don't, so I'm not going to. They're making trolls, though, which tells me one of two things has happened. I need Gildor to show me what's going on in the world. So I can make an assumption. They've either taken an outpost up here, or they have something else, which I think would just be a troll there. Which is actually not that bad. Let's get military studies so we can start getting archers in the unlikely event we need them. They have not gone up north. The north is still safe. Nobody touches the north. Okay, we're doing really well now. Oh, we lost that building again. No. I refuse to accept that building is lost. It's like the dwarves are Carricade Peaks in Warhammer. We're not giving up. We'll take it back even if it costs us thousands of lives. I'm actually going to get the Linden Watchtower. Let's try and get Kurdan in here. Get Kurdan in the house. But yeah, now our units have armor. The only thing they can really do to kill them is get a Balrog. Which is, I would not be surprised with. If they brought out the Balrog, that would kill our entire army, and we would be in a very bad position right now. But I have faith that will be fine. Might not be a smart thing to do, but I have faith. I have faith if they summon the Balrog suddenly, I could survive. Okay, the only other place I could think of is they might have this outpost here now. I see they've taken over the Goblin lair over here and built the Warg lair on that settlement. I could try taking that. It'd be a ballsy move. But it's not one I'm against, because it'll give me some money for destroying the lair. And it might bring out the Balrog. It'll cost us dearly if the Balrog does happen. But it's one way to trigger it. Yeah, they took over the troll, and now they're building trolls from the lair. Thankfully, those trolls are terrible against archers, like all trolls are. And they can't give it armor, so they're not going to get any armor, any arrow resistance. So we're fine. Let's do it. In fact, if they summon the Balrog, I will use Journey to Valinor to try and prevent the damage it can deal. Immune to magic and elemental damage. I don't think that really stops all of the Nazgul's potential, not the Nazgul, the Balrog's potential damage, since it is a, you know, the Balrog. But if it did, that'd be pretty funny. That'd be a funny thing to happen. Okay, they're making units. Let's fall back. We've got Kurdan. We've got what we wanted from here. We've taken their land. But now we've got to fall back. Arwen, I was about to say Galadriel. You basically do the same thing, except yours is stationary while hers is not. Galadriel can use hers in a bit more of a wide array fashion. Okay, they're already getting forward and heavy armor for their own units. That's a bit scary. Not gonna lie, I am scared. Let's beat them up, good and proper. Give extra damage for our units for a small amount of time. Get rid of that drum. It is an immediate problem. Thank you. Let's not use the song because, again, copyright. Let's have a look at their base. Let's see how mad it looks. Not looking too mad at the moment. Although I'm not seeing Goblin Town or Gundabad, and they obviously have both. Oh, shit. Where'd they get that from? Where did they get the permission slip to bring out not the Balrog, the Mountain Giants? It looks like it's got less range, which feels weird. It probably doesn't. But where did they have it? It can't. No, it is in the center. Yeah, I've got to build a Dunedain outpost in the center to stop them from taking it back. Which is what I can do. It's what I will do, and it's what will work. But I'm afraid they'll just make the Balrog and then make it all not worthwhile. You know what? If they make the Balrog, I've summoned Tom Bombadil on it as well. Oh, those Mountain Giants. Thank God I have pikes. If I didn't have these pikes, we'd be in deep trouble. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that was the... Oh, shit. I've never seen them use this before. That did less damage than I thought it would. But then again, we are fully armoured elves. We do not care about your... tier 3 power. Okay, more pantry, now time for swordsmen. Because they are making gundabad orcs and they are giving them armor. Let's heal our troops. Let's make sure this is not taking anything up here. They have not. Boost our units. Destroy the fissure. Nothing is more important than destroying that fissure. Let's get rid of the pavilion, we don't need it anymore. We are pushing out and we're about to get a much better version of the pavilion. It's not a heroic statue effect, granted, but, you know, it does everything else better. So, you know. Gonna go with that. Get the gold tipped arrows and then take Arista out of there. Oh look, the Gobbo King is back. It's been a while, mate. How have you been? How you been, chap?
Keep your wits sharp.
There's a Regian Blades. Troll layer down, destroy it, so we have more space to move around. Or space for him to summon the Balrog. And they just took all the gold from that. That's such a bitch move. Protection from the Brunnen only works if I actually have something to use it on, so I'm going to save up the last alliance. Save up to use the last alliance. That's a large clump of archers. I want to have them do nothing for a second as we kill the Gobbo King and take this. Wow, the Dunedain outpost now starts for 400. That's half, no, not half the price, but it's 200 less than what it was before. That's incredible. It was already the better upgrade, the better fortress, and they just made it even better of a choice. Okay, Erister's almost back. I do want to get the green patches to get Glorfindel. That'd be cool as well. Glorfindel against the Balrog. Although I have seen a Glorfindel does instantly die to a Balrog, so you know, not as good. Women hold ground stance, my swordsman. Swordsmen aren't the best against the chaff infantry that just die instantly to them, but they are good against everything else in that army. Once they got armor and are fully upgraded and stuff. It does pay to have those swordsmen instead of the blade masters. Arwen is dying, and I do not have a healer for her. Let's fall back to the medic tent. I'm about to build. Is all these other buildings more expensive? That felt like it should have been. Discounts. What? Discounts upgrades for Dunedain by 20%. Okay, I feel like I should have already had a discount from something else, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah, another thing why I've been not using cavalry is because cavalry sucks against the loose formation of the goblins. They're bringing us a more tight-knit formation like that of Mordor's orcs or Isengard's Uruk-hai. It does not do very well against the loose formations of the Gobbos. But against the Gundabad orcs, it should work fine. Should work grand.
The fighting has begun.
Yeah, now they're just moving up slowly. How do I still have this? Oh, that's cool. Are we still getting poisoned? What from? What is poisoning us? Okay, the poison's now gone. Whatever was poisoning us is now gone. That's what I like to see. I'll still go in there for a second.
The dwarves.
Get me banners
We're low on resources.
and faster recruitment. Oh, those goblin towers are massive building killers. Good to know. I'm taking everything up here now because it belongs to me. Before they take it all. It also denies them the troll layers that exist here. Which is a big thing.
Don't let the cave troll by.
Because yeah, they've taken that. They've taken that for themselves. And they're making trolls from it. Let's stop them. And they've still not made Smaug. I'd be interested to see what their economy looks like at the end of this. I'm also interested to see what their base is looking like. Okay, they've built a Gundabad in the back, of course. But I've not seen a Goblin town. Has the Edain team actually taken my criticism to note and just denied them the ability to make Goblin town anymore? It'd be pretty funny if they did. It'd be understandable if they did, because it was a really big problem that made it very unfun to play against Misty Mountains. And speaking from experience, I enjoy having fun playing against new, unique factions, and the Misty Mountains is the most unique faction they've made so far. Angmar, when they were released, was an interesting faction. The Dwarves, when they were released, were an interesting faction. Every faction that the Edain team has brought out has been an interesting faction that has added new mechanics to the game. Imladris, the Erister system. Lothlorien, their fortress mechanics are very weird and very interesting. Imladris also has the library, which makes their upgrades far more diverse, but very expensive to make. But that's the point. They're not meant to be easy, they're meant to be a challenge, so that they're worthwhile when you get them. The dwarves had their three sub-factions. Had the Journey to Khazad-dûm, which they've still been updating to this day. Originally, it was a unit of guardians, and sometimes your unit would return, sometimes it wouldn't. Other times, it would be... well, what it is now is your upgraded units. Your elite tier units going out into the world. Okay, I think we've now kind of neutered the goblins. Now, we've just held them in place and throttled them. Because they spent so much time on that fissure, and I just immediately removed it from the field. Which felt really good.
The Grey Havens must be protected.
Elrond's still 4,000? Yeah. Probably a good thing he's 4,000. He is a very powerful hero. He's not a powerful hero in the sense that he is just all-powerful. The second he's on the field, you win. He's not like Sauron. But his abilities and utility make him one of the biggest threats on the field constantly. And makes Imladris an even better faction because of it. They instantly summoned that thing. It instantly got destroyed. That's the Balrog! That's the Balrog! I've summoned it. I've summoned it. I'm going to keep talking very loudly over it. Tom Bombadil, come on out here. Fight the Balrog. Fight me. No, not my base. Fight me. Fight me. I did no damage to you. You do no damage to buildings. Okay, they've nerfed you. I get it. I get it, they've nerfed you. Glorfindel, fight the Balrog. Don't fight the Balrog, you'll die. Tom Bombadil, you fight the Balrog. Arwen, heal. Gildor, vision. Coup de grace. Glorfindel, fight the Balrog. Yes, kill the Balrog. Mate, he is weak. He's been made weak. He's been made killable, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. But this building is dying. And our army is dying. Let's heal it. Give our buildings more armor because they needed more armor. I have no idea what our units are doing though. We lost that building. That's a shame. I spent all that time and had to listen to the copyrighted music and it was all for naught. That's a sad state of affairs right there. Give a banner a boost. Okay, well they've used the Balrog and that's now on a very long timer. So we have nothing to worry about for a little while now. Stop getting that and let's save up for Elrond. I feel like we've earned it. We lost the building. No, what to? What did we lose it to? Oh dear. A lot of things went wrong very quickly. But we had fun doing it, so I don't really care. And we're about to get Elrond. I hardly ever make Elrond these days. Just because of how expensive he is. And Glorfindel, sometimes, for some reason, I feel like is easier to get. Get rid of the green pasture. I've got Glorfindel. I don't want the green pasture anymore. I want economy. That's Imladris' greatest flaw. Their economy, unfortunately, is very, very minuscule. Gildor. Keep an eye on there. Do not let them rebuild that fissure. We're actually pushing into them. I love it. I'm loving it. Get some of those Khazad-dûm, not Khazad-dûm vets. Veterans of the Last Alliance. The only thing I need to be worried about now are dragons. And even they're not really, because our heroes are perfect for monster killing. But we could do a bit of healing, and I did lose my one heal center. Arwen, your light is back. Let's send them away for a second. Let's all regroup. Actually build this as well, just to throw salt on the wound. Let's go over there. They are chasing us. Let's fight back.
We must protect the woods.
Last Alliance vets up. Command points. Ah, the worm is back. I imagine the worm is really good against elite units that haven't got the armor upgrade. I can't actually tell. All I know is I want to get a level 20 Veteran Last Alliance unit. I must have it. I must have the power. Yeah, look at that. All our units are now level 5. Well, most of them are anyway. Some are somehow still level 1. Not judging, by the way. Just really confused as to how. Okay. That was a lot of healing that just happened. Let's take that building back.
My arrows will fly true.
So make sure they don't get to rebuild that fissure. They're following me with bats. I don't approve of these bats. But I can't quite kill them, so I'm just going to have to endure them. Oh look, it's the hunter. And again, still not seen Smaug. I'm very intrigued to see what their economy is going to look like when I see that at the end screen what happened to them.
We must protect the woods.
Because they've not really been doing much. It's kind of sad. I said not doing much is kind of sad. I'm glad they've reached their cap and they're not going to even more stupid proportions. I'm really happy they are keeping to a steady pace that is actually in the bounds of reality. That an AI should be capable of. It doesn't go to stupid levels. Because, yes, the Misty Mountains were an incredibly difficult enemy and nobody wanted to fight them. Not even me. Hold ground, you can't knock us over. Double damage and speed. Oh, they only come in to knock back at level 15. That was sad. We still won though. We still won the fight. Oh, but they've got an army. We won the fight, but they got an army to deal with. Now.
This is the way.
Let's just stop them for a little bit longer. Oh, I love it when I hit the breeze among way just right. It's so satisfying. I've not got the twins yet. Let's change that. Okay, let's use the experience ability. So we're getting lots of experience from this. Elrond's already level 5, by the way. Thanks to the Light of the Evening Star, whatever it's called. Basically, having Arwen around has made us stronger. And Elrond nearly destroyed that drum on his own. Very good. Very, very good. Let's get some archers, because again, we've not been dealing with them yet, but I do fear the time will come. And we did spend a lot of money on those gold-thorn arrows. We might as well get some archers and make it worthwhile. Plus the old cap of our command points getting another 380. Means I can also get Halbarad before the end. Miravor is back. Let's spend it. We can use the Archer Tower. Let's get that out as well. The Hobbits seem to be really disappointing right now. They don't seem to have enough of anything. Need to check their rules again. When fighting with rocks, the Hobbits attack faster the longer they fight.
We'll put things right.
Yeah, if they can't destroy this lair on their own, I'm disappointed in them. Leave them to do that. Let's get the last alliance. And then let's destroy their base. Okay, they made some walls. I'm not going to scrutinize them too much now for not if they don't destroy the lair.
Don't let them scare you.
Okay, they're just doing any siege damage in this form. That is also fine.
Yeah, bullies.
You just have to go back into melee. Which makes sense. Range units aren't meant to do damage to buildings unless they're fully upgraded ranged units. Like these ones I am making.
Our homes must be defended. This is our land.
Twins, stay near your sister.
The light of the evening star does not wax away.
Okay, there's the Goblin Town. And another gundabad.
I will lead you.
Now, it looks like they've glitched out the map again. I really hope they haven't, but it looks like they've glitched out the map again. I'm going to destroy everything they hold dear. Not like I messed that up because I forgot it. Once you've used it, you shouldn't press the button again. So we'll just take it off the cooldown.
Maintain your balance. Drive back these foul creatures.
That's the last unit of archers. We can now also get halberad from somewhere. But I didn't get either of the buildings to get halberad. That's a shame. Let's get the mystical studies just so that we say we did. Yeah, there's a building off the map we can't win. We can't get the victory screen, but we will kill them off to the point where they don't have anything left. That we can do. But yeah, you can see here, this hasn't changed. Those plots still exist even though they've lost their building. If they lose this building here and then they lose, that would also be acceptable. But unfortunately, the way the Edain mod works, you don't die unless you have lost all of your recruitment buildings and your citadels. Well, anything you can make a unit or a hero from, as long as you have one of them, you're alive. If you don't have any of them, then you've lost. So let's see. If destroying this camp means we instantly win, that is also acceptable. I feel like that was always the biggest problem against these guys. You just can't win. About to explode, so Glorfindel has kind of got spent. Poor guy. And all that magic and nowhere to put it. Yeah, we have won. We have won this. Even if we can't get the victory screen, we can say we've won this fair and square. But yeah, they're rebuilding it even though they shouldn't be allowed to, because the building that was housing it is gone. And I've just built the second camp. But yeah, they've got a Goblin Town barracks off the map. Possibly more than just one. And I can't get rid of it. No matter what I do, I cannot remove that building from the game. So they cannot actually die. One of the biggest things this game needs to patch if anyone wants to enjoy fighting the Misty Mountains. Which I want to enjoy fighting the Misty Mountains. This is a very fun game. This was a very fun game. But unfortunately, it's just come across an impasse where I can't actually win. I can't see the victory screen. I can't get the victory I have so deserved. But this was not an easy fight. This was a hard fought fight. Using everything in my repertoire. Okay, let's destroy the last gundabad. And by some miracle, we might get a victory screen. By a miracle, we might see a victory screen. But yeah, from my past experience, this bug is still in the game. New patch, unfortunately, did not get rid of the main problem that existed. That is, you cannot win against the Misty Mountains. Quite literally because they glitch out the map. And you can't destroy what does not technically exist. But yeah, they can keep making Goblin Towners from down there, and I can't stop them. But let's see. I'm not giving up all hope. There's still a chance that maybe if I destroy all this, victory will be ours. But it seems like this didn't happen in the very, very, very beginning of the Misty Mountains patch. So I have actually gotten a victory screen against Misty Mountains. Look back on my old streams. On my original stream when I played against Misty Mountains, I beat them. I got the victory screen on East Affiliate. But ever since then, they've just glitched out the map and not allowed me to win. But yet, they've lost all their citadels. They're still making buildings, even though they shouldn't be allowed to. Because they don't have the citadel in the building. That I think needs to be a requirement. Instead of them being this cute little thing, I admit, this is nice. Just make them the build plots for for the Dwarven Citadel. Just change the design, please. Because we can't do anything. It doesn't exist. The only thing we can shoot are the goblins that come in from the map. That are spawned from the base. That's all we can attack. They've still got a wild lair down there, so destroying that would help. But yeah, they've got a goblin town barracks somewhere on the end over here, which I can't destroy, meaning we can't win. It's unfortunate. Okay, it keeps going for a little bit longer, but not for much longer because it's very obvious we've won. We've got nearly 10k in the bank. They can't summon the Balrog again.
Keep out of sight.
They've got no way of doing anything to us now. Because I can constantly destroy the buildings that are giving them buildings. But yeah, this needs fixing. This needs fixing really bad. Because the player can't glitch out the map. So PvP, this is absolutely fine. But PvE, this is a problem because I personally want to fight the Misty Mountains a lot. I love this faction and what it's been made into. But how am I supposed to enjoy the game when all I know is I'm just getting the game and I'm not going to get the victory screen that I've fought so hard for? I'm sure there's a lot of people that have been watching this video, watching this channel, that feel the same way I do. That kind of feel that right now the Misty Mountains, you cannot play against them. Not because they're too hard, not because you can't win against them. It's just because this happens. I mean, some people can get over this kind of thing, but personally me, it really ticks me off that you can do all of this, put in all this effort, and then you can't see a victory screen at the end. I really don't like it. I can't think of what else I can do. Because again, something exists out on the border of the map. Unless I had like an Isengard explosive mine, I can't touch it because it exists out of the borders of, well, existence. I can't touch it. It don't exist to be attacked. Okay, I think I've done enough rambling, going on about how this is not working, or how the game's glitched. Also, their attack animations are a bit fast. Look at that. Look at that terrible movement. But yeah, this to be expected of the newest faction. There's bound to be a few bugs. I hope the Edain team watches these videos and finds a way to fix this. Because, oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. There have been many things I have not liked. The siege spam rework. Isengard siege spam becoming the new norm for castle starts. But this is something else entirely because I've managed to get eventually over it. I can't ever get over this because it makes it so you can't play the game to victory. You're just constantly doing a... Yeah, I'm done. Hope you've all enjoyed. Quick Brunnen protection just to show again. Yep, can't touch it. Hope you've all enjoyed. Let's just throw down all the powers before the very end. Hope you've all enjoyed. See you all next time. I will destroy these last two wins before I say farewell. 3, 2, 1. See ya!